Okay, guys, today we have a special guest, Simon. Hello. And today we're going to be talking about school stories. Okay, Simon, give us a. Wait, no. Ah, all right. All right. So, our first school story is the start of how me and this kid became friends. So, basically, we were both casted into the gifted program, which is basically a program of people who have different brains. So we went, but right when we were going, Simon got sick, so he couldn't come. And then the next day, we went to the gifted program, and we realized that we liked the same stuff. So then we started hanging out together and realized we were in the same class. So we started talking to each other more, and then we went to recess together and blah blah blah. So basically, that's how we became friends.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
All right, our next story is about summer school.
Yep. So it was in summer school of third grade. We were going to. We are gonna go. We every time we went outside, there was no playground or anything. There was like balls and stuff, but we couldn't really do that much. And what happened was we would go outside and we would get super bored. So one day we went outside and we saw a bunch of patches of clovers. So every single day we would go out and we would start the hunt for four-leaf clovers. Reed found one and other people found one, and yeah, it was pretty fun.
I found
Reed,
like
can you finish it?
I found like five in the entire summer school.
I found none.
Yeah, Simon found none. That was crazy.
Sure.
Okay, our next one took place in a different summer school. Simon, take the wheel.
So pretty much we last year we had a Moana play for summer school where we did Moana stuff for a kind of a Broadway show, but it's not on Broadway. And what happened was one time we had to make props where we had to cut these little green papers and we had to make
They
a
were
grass.
like cardboard colored.
Yeah, we had to make grass. And so the grass actually wasn't really grass in the play.
Play?
It was the roofs.
It's not a play; it's a musical.
Yeah. But the thing, it was so while we were cutting this grass, this kid, he kept coming in and annoying us so much for
Yeah,
no
so we had
reason.
to yell at him. It
His
was,
name was Jack.
and he was if he
Crazy
ever
person.
watches these
He was a
videos.
crazy person.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
And there's another upcoming story about him.
Okay,
Whew.
so um in the gifted program that we talked about earlier, uh, we were we read a book called Long Walk to Water. Great book, recommend. It's about this kid in South Sudan who was running to what was the place called?
Ethiopia.
To get to water or something like that. So they were running away, so they didn't die because there was a war, a civil war of North and South Sudan. So basically, yeah. Okay, next story is a little embarrassing. So, little old me in first grade was not good at working with other people or liked other people. I only liked working with my friends, such as this kid. Well, I was not friends with him in first grade, as we said in the first story. So, basically, this kid was cheating on one of our tests. I got really mad at him, and I was like, bro, stop cheating. He's like, no. But then this is stupid. I kicked him and got put in school suspension. There are two types of school suspension: ISS and OSS. ISS is in school suspension, so you're inside of school and you're like doing work. And then there's OSS, out of school suspension, which means you're at your house in school suspension. So basically, people would think, "Oh yeah, I want OSS. That one's way better." But no, you get scolded by your parents physically. You still get scolded by your parents in ISS because of phone calls. Yeah, and then first grade me thought it was really rude. The vice principal came in with a like 2 inches thick of worksheet saying, "Have fun," and I was just like,
And
and I
little
thought,
old you just went, bet.
bet in. It was fun. I enjoy worksheets. People call me nerd for a reason.
Exactly. I hate it.
All right, Simon. Next story.
All right. So, last year it was fourth grade, and We were just chilling in the gifted program that Reed has mentioned multiple times. And we were playing chess, I think.
Probably.
And we were playing probably everything chess, which is where you can put random stuff on the board.
Don't ask.
It was pretty fun. But anyway, so we were just playing, and then randomly we hear the fire alarm, and everybody just is like, "Wait, was there a fire alarm? Was there a fire drill planned?"
And then our teacher literally walked up to look it up and said, "No, there isn't." So everyone started freaking out. Continue.
And everybody was asking if a teacher pulled it, if a student pulled it, and then we went outside and everybody was like, "It's all clear." And then eventually we figured out it was popcorn that had exploded in the teacher's lounge.
In the microwave.
Yeah.
That was just like a false alarm, kind of. Okay, so this story is really scary to me and Simon. Okay, so there was this teacher named Mr. Day. Everybody, so it was at the Moana, the musical that we talked about earlier during the cutting paper grass part. But in this time,
Oh yeah, same kid.
we were working backstage in the annoying kid Jack. So it was basically the end of our practice play, so we had to come out and wave to the audience, quotations.
Air quotes.
Yes, we had to wave to the audience so we would be recognized. And so Mr. Day said to the annoying kid, "Don't step in front of the silver line," because there was like a silver line in between the backstage and the actual stage. So nobody was crossing the silver line. Then Mr. Day put his foot on the silver line, and then Jack was like, "Simon, you can go."
Don't cross the silver line." And then Mr. Day,
And he put like his hand out.
he put his hand out in front
Jack.
of Mr. Day, and Mr. Day looked at him dead in the eyes, and said, "Get off my stage," in the
Okay.
most frightening voice.
And let's do a little explaining, Simon. So everybody was joking that we have to get our work done, but because we don't want to see Mr. Knight, because his name's Mr. Day. It's a joke. But we saw Mr. Knight that day. That day scared us to our cores.
We were absolutely terrified. We are scarred for life, bro.
Yes.
Like we thought Mr. Day is one of the most nice people I've ever met until that one moment.
And Jack, that kid that did it, he got fired on the spot.
Yeah, and later we tried to ask him about it and he started crying.
Yes, it was. That's gonna start us. I can't talk for life. All right, guys, thank you for coming on. And Simon has a few non-words for you, Simon. All right, thank you guys for watching our stuff. Please like and subscribe. See ya.